The exhaustion of single child-free people. Let's talk about it. Clearly, I am the poster child of this today. And not one person on this green earth is meant to do any of this shit alone and by themselves. We are not meant to do the executive functioning and the tasks of 12 people. And yet here we are, doing exactly that.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we've got a video for you from Alpha Central taking a look at women who are confused how single men are surviving by themselves. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Why does it feel like I'm being punished for being single? Living on my own and paying for rent myself is one thing, but adding unemployment on top of that, it's been incredibly stressful. It's not just the financial pressure, it's the emotional weight of carrying everything myself. There's no one to split the rent with, no one to tag in on the bills when things get tight, and no one to reassure me when my savings drop lower than I'd like to admit. And it hits the hardest at night, when I'm lying there wondering how I'm gonna piece it all together again. And it's just me and my overthinking brain all night long.
Paying your own rent is literally what an adult does. She spent years selling that the arrangement was independence, and now she's crying and complaining about it.
My whole little boring life, my cute little clothes, my OOTD clothes, my favorite lippies is all packed up in my little Mazda. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. I work from home. I don't have anywhere to work from home now.
She had a boyfriend and a place to live, and now she has a packed car and a caption about how unfair life is. Nothing about the man changed her finances. The breakup just took away the person who was covering her ass.
Hey, y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't. Because, baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent.
I always find it insulting, guys, how these women say they need a man, but really they would never actually appreciate him, and it's all about what the man can do for them.
2 times when you don't want to be living alone. 2 times you don't want to be living alone is when rent is due. That every single month I go through that. I should get a boyfriend. Then I can split rent. The second time is when you're sick. I would die right now for someone to bring me chicken noodle soup and a Gatorade. Like, I just have to go get up and do those things for myself, which I just want a little empathy.
Empathy does not cover half the rent, which is the part she keeps talking around. Men have been surviving single life for years without a camera crew or a plea for pity.
A lot of people don't know, but I've been homeless for the past year after I broke up with my ex. I was living with my mom. I had my bed there, so I'm so grateful for that. But I had all my stuff in a storage unit.
All my stuff here, clothes, shoes, purses, stuff, more stuff, more stuff.
Being single did not put her in that storage unit. The breakup took away the man paying for the damn roof. What she is describing is dependence dressed up as luck.
Oh my gosh, being single is so expensive. This is not what I signed up for. I really got to go buy outfits just to go out, just to try to impress these fools. And then on top of that, when I do go out, I got to at least buy myself an initial, beginner drink. So whatever that price may be. Sometimes I even got to pay to get into places by myself. I'm just so disgusted.
The expense she is furious about is one she signed up for, since nobody made her buy new outfits to impress strangers. She is disgusted by a bill that she made herself.
After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs, I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. The woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection. And that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you.
Charging a man a deposit for your makeup is absolutely disgusting. This is exactly why men want nothing to do with modern day women, guys. You just get used and treated like absolute garbage.
I want provider man and I'm feminist. You know, I quite often talk that I would like to have a man who is more financially responsible in our family, who pays for dates, who pays for rent, etc. Aside from myself, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to earn money because I love it and I enjoy it. But I want a man who pays the rent and who is kind of having provider energy, but still wants to be a partner with me. Why I want it? Because I saw it in my family.
She wants to run her own business and still hand a man the rent, keeping the fun half of the independence and skipping the hard half. A provider is not something a woman gets to demand while opting out of providing anything back.
Honestly, it looks like being single currently is the worst thing you can be in 2024 from the financial standpoint. I've just seen a data stating that the average single person spends over £800 a month more on housing, bills, and food in comparison to people who are in relationships. Definitely way more comfortable and way more realistic for you to rent the apartment or even a house with your significant other than by yourself. I've thought about it multiple times, how much money I would be able to save up if I didn't live on my own, if I was splitting rent and bills with someone else. I literally feel like I'm not only being punished by my own loneliness for not having someone in my life, but I am also very much punished by the economy and my financial situation all the time for having to do all of it by myself. I feel this pressure on me recently to literally find a partner because of financial reasons, not because I want to fall in love and be with someone, but because I want to afford things and I can't afford.
Her math does check out, single living does cost more money, and men have absorbed that same number for years without a video about it. The tale is that she treats a shared bill as her reason to go find a significant other. Wanting a relationship mainly to split the rent isn't really a relationship, and there's a reason why these women are single.
Girl is so expensive, especially right now in this generation, because all the girls in their teens are getting their nails done, their lashes done, their hair is perfectly dyed. Literally, we got to keep up and make sure that we're on point in order to just look presentable.
Nobody is forcing her to keep up. That pressure is coming straight from the group chat and not from any man.
I never want to hear about no Dusty saying that women should go 50-50. Because I literally... being a woman is so much hard work. I literally spent the whole day since 11:30. I got my hair done, my nails and toes done, my lashes done. It is freaking 8 p.m. right now. Can y'all believe this? Plus, I think I have a little bit of a cough coming down. But anyways, I don't want to hear no Dusty ever saying that women should be paying 50-50 on any date or whatsoever. Matter of fact, you should be giving money for me to get ready for my date and everything. Do you know how expensive that was? I spent like $700 or more today on my freaking self. God damn, this is insane. Being a woman is so expensive. I can't do this anymore.
She spent $700 on herself and somehow decided a man owes her $50 for the privilege. What are we even talking about here, guys? These women are essentially night workers.
Single income, no kids. How y'all doing? Sinks. And that's perfect because that's what I feel like I'm doing right now is...
Plenty of single men run one income with no safety net and manage it without a breakdown for the camera, by the way.
I cannot buy a house. I don't know that I'll ever be able to buy a house. I barely make it. I gave myself $150 to make my house festive for Christmas. And now I'm eating ramen noodles.
Struggling to buy a house on one salary is completely normal, and men do it daily without calling it a crisis. Eating ramen to get by is very relatable. The shock about it is the strange part.
The single tax is so real. Like, I'm genuinely, like, I would move my parents into my house right now if my parents, like, lived close to me. Like, they're renting, and it would just, like, make my life so much easier. To have somebody to split these bills with. Everything is so expensive. I'm, like, just genuinely, like, fighting for my life.
The single tax is obviously very real, but it is only the cost of not splitting anything, not a scheme aimed at women or her in particular. She would rather film about fighting for her life than move in with family and actually solve it.
In college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done.
A man once offered her the exact life she now cries about missing, and she was offended that he asked. Years in the workforce wore off the shine, and suddenly the traditional guy looks like the smart option. He did not change, this woman's math did. It's so insulting, man.
So it's been a minute since I've had an actual fucking crash out, and I've never had one on here, so let's fucking go. Because what in the actual dude? How do they expect people to make it anymore? Like, how? How do they expect people to make it? I wake up every morning, go to a job that's an hour away, work 8 hours, 5 days a week. I work 40 hours a week. I'm a single mom, so I come home and I have to do laundry and dishes and make supper and do homework and showers, and I can't even afford to pay my bills anymore, you guys. I can't. Like, I don't know what else to do anymore. Like, it's to the point I'm getting ready to take my ex-husband to court for child support. Struggling so bad that I can't even pay my bills. And I work my off every day. And I just don't know how they expect people to make it.
I'm sorry, guys, but I really don't have empathy for these women who complain about raising kids alone. The reason why it's difficult is because you shouldn't be raising kids alone. You should be choosing the correct man and staying with him.
So I'm leaving the gym, that's all I do. And my favorite old man, Nick, he's like 80 something, says good morning and whatever, but this time he comes up to me and goes, by the way, are you single? And I got a little wide eye. I was like, Nick, I'm looking for a strapping young lad. He goes, I used to be a strapping young man. I go, yeah, I could see it. He has a mustache. I could see it. So did I give my number to an 80-year-old today? Yes, I did. And you know what? You got to risk it. You got to. I should say you have to. No, gots to. You gots to. In this economy.
You know, guys, I would make realistic comments about this video here, but I'd probably get banned. Again, these women are essentially night workers, right? When the crisis gets hard enough for them, they just take the money no matter where it comes from, really.
You know how expensive it is living on your own as a girl with a dog? Like, I've known it's been expensive, but I really just thought about it and I was like, you have your rent, and then you have your utilities, and then you have your phone bill, and then you have your car payment, and then you have your car insurance, and then you have your renter's insurance, and then you have your Wi-Fi, and then you have then after all that, you have to get laundry detergent, you have to get your laundry pads thing, you have to get dishwater, you get paper towels. You have to get your makeup. Then after that's run out, you have to get your skincare. You have to get your feminine products. You have to get dog food. You have to get your dog insurance. You have to get...
Listing every bill that she pays is just describing what a household costs, which men do without the dramatic reveal. Her dog was her own call too, not a surprise the world just sprang on her. Independence was fun right up until the bill arrived, and now she is ready to hand it straight back. How typical, guys.
How expensive it is to be a woman in today's day and age. I'll start with my tier 1 of products that I use every single morning, but this totals to about $650 in product. Next is my nighttime routine. These products total about $610. So products alone, I'm gonna say are around $200 to $300. And then there's the actual tools. This blow dryer alone costs $300. I just point out that I did get that on sale, but still. So if we're talking the total of the tools, that's probably another $500 to $600 right there. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that lots of these are one-time purchases. And you know, most of the products last between 3 to 4 months, but these are still things that we have to pay for that you don't. It's hard for me to total all that up, but ballpark, and this is me being on the conservative end of things, I'd say it's about $1,000 worth of product. There's a lot of pressure to be hairless, tan, poreless, beautiful people. And you know who put those beauty standards in place? And you know who owns lots of those beauty companies and fashion companies and famous lingerie brands?
None of these totals are a bill a man handed her. They are a routine that she chose and now resents paying for. Adding it all up does not turn a shopping habit into an injustice.
So if you're gonna tell me what I should wear and how I should look, the least you can do is buy me a drink.
Can we just talk about how expensive it really is being a girl in today's day and age? I know it's like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your eyelashes done. I want to talk about the shower expenses that girls face. I had to exfoliate my body, and why did I have to exfoliate my body? Because I needed to prep my skin for self-tanning. I know guys can do this too, but I think girls do this more often. Hair care. If you did dye your hair, the shampoos, the conditioners, the hair masks, everything is so much more expensive as a girl. Shaving as well is so expensive. Laser is like $1,000. If I don't do these things, I just feel like I don't feel amazing. Let me know.
You know, sometimes, guys, when I watch these videos, I think to myself, what on earth are these people doing? Like, imagine this is your day, okay? You just wake up and you complain on TikTok. I just don't even understand these people.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, babe.
So, I'll get the door for you real quick.
I know we get ready to go on a date or whatever, but I need to leave some money for the kids so they can get some food from the DoorDash. You mind giving me a couple dollars?
A couple dollars. This is our first date. Where they daddy at? With the money.
All that don't matter. I'm asking you. I'm going on a date with you.
I know, but that's not like technically like you supposed to have that set up before you call yourself going out on a date. The children should already be straight. That shouldn't be like a responsibility on me. Like,
so my
pay
kids.
For your kids' food?
Yeah, my kids not important to you. It's a package deal.
We just met. In order for a package deal, we just met. How like this all happened like real fast. Like I got.
So you're not gonna give me no money to leave for my kids?
No, that's not. You should already have that straight before you called yourself going out on a date. No, I'm not. That's not. You know what? Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Really?
You don't have your children straight, so you shouldn't be going out on a date.
So you just gonna cancel the date? You're not gonna help me with the kids or feed the kids or nothing?
Those ain't feed the kids. They're not my kids.
The man had every right to walk away. She showed up to the first date asking him to fund her children. He read it correctly and refused to pay for a stranger's children on night one, which is just plain common sense, I would say.
So hard planning for the future when so many variables of your life are like uncertain. I'm like, will I have a +1? I have no idea. Will I have the money to afford a flight? I have no idea. And while I have hope and excitement that, you know, my income will be replenished and I will eventually meet my future husband, not knowing when is definitely the most frustrating part. And I would constantly tell my friends that I'm also just sick of traveling. I just want to stay at home and like have my routine. But as I was like reflecting further, I think a big part of why I don't want to travel is that I'm just like tired of doing everything on my own, booking the flights, carrying my bags, figuring out transportation and accommodation. Like I just have seen, obviously, through my sister and her fiance and my mom and my dad, like what it's like to just be a team. Like when you're on a relationship, when you're in a relationship, you don't have to do everything on your own, you know?
I have said this before, guys, and I will say this repeatedly again and again. Any woman who claims it is difficult to find a man is a massive red flag. Dating and finding a man is not difficult for women. Their standards just make it impossible for them, and they just choose the wrong guys repeatedly.
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, I'm just so tired.
You know, guys, these videos are really confusing, okay? Because on one hand, the women complain about being in relationship with a man, right? Like, oh, these dudes are so insecure, they just absolutely suck. You know, we've heard it all before. But then on the other hand, they like make full-length videos talking about singles taxes. You know, like these people will never actually be happy.
The exhaustion of single child-free people, let's talk about it. Clearly, I am the poster child of this today. And not one person on this green earth is meant to do any of this shit alone and by themselves. We are not meant to do the executive functioning and the tasks of 12 people. And yet here we are, doing exactly that. Break down your life into like specific categories, right? Like you have your home, you have your work, you have your social, you have your health, and you have just like all of these pieces of your life pie. And each one of those little pieces of the pie needs to be nurtured and cared for. And there are only 24 hours in the day. And maybe you want to sleep too. You know what I mean? And one person to take on all these tasks. How I'm going to show up in a specific place when I have already taken different energies out of my life to do these specific tasks. It's that. That is what exhausts the mother out of me, is having to it's multiple jobs. Like I'm doing a million jobs that require a different skill set. And it's goddamn exhausting.
It's crazy to me, guys, how every single one of these videos is a woman directly displaying that she doesn't actually care about men. The only reason she wants a man is so that tasks become easier for her because she can get somebody else to do at least half for her with. This is absolutely insane.
As a single person, I have to pay my bond completely out of my own salary. I've got to pay my Wi-Fi out of my salary. I've got to pay the entire electricity bill by myself. I've got to pay my entire rates and taxes by myself. I have to buy all my groceries myself. And it seems that every time I go grocery shopping, my groceries have gone up significantly. How are we surviving?
Every expense on her list is just what an independent adult actually pays, and rising grocery prices hit couples as well. Asking how anyone survives has the same dull answer that men have always used, which is to cover it and move on. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.